Welcome to Maskland, otherwise known as Gatwick Airport. It's a rarity to find someone who's not wearing a mask. So, you know the score. That which comes out of your mouth, stick it back in it. Bellum omnium contra omnes. This is the Thomas Hobbes idea of the war of all against all, and that is certainly how we could see our predicament at the moment. He says that in such condition there is no place for industry, because the fruit thereof is uncertain. He describes no arts, no letters, no society, and which is worst of all, continual fear and danger of violent death. It's a bit heavy, but you know, Thomas Hobbes was a 17th century English philosopher, so way to go, Thomas. I'm cheering myself up by going to the Forbidden Islands of Greece, and I believe what we're seeing here is a process of individuation. People are becoming autonomous, and it's a painful process because we are divorcing ourselves from overarching authority that thinks there's one rule for all. Clearly, there is not.
Today announced a new islands policy. For the first time, we have the data and the capacity to add and remove specific islands from quarantine, which while still providing maximum protection to the UK public. This regionalised approach can only apply to land that has clear boundaries or border, in other words, an island. Second, the data collected must be robust, reliable, and internationally comparable. Using our newly acquired JDC data, we're now in a position to remove Greek islands where holidaymakers are at risk of spreading the new infection back home. And 7 Greek islands will therefore be removed from travel list at 4 a.m. on Wednesday, 9th of September.
This is Heracleon, named after Hercules. Interesting. A lot of scenes going on. As our world warms, so too does the mood. The heat rises first through familiar territories, through towns and cities, through houses and apartments of working people, of caring people, before infilling the dry world of governance, where it creates a slippery floor. Strict rules falter in the face of an irrepressible ether that seeks only to reconstitute its original qualities. It possesses an intelligence that flushes out corruption and suppression from the very root. Cultures that claim to own freedom quickly reveal the rule of force that has held them together for so long. The effect of this natural flush is akin to an alien invasion. This is Crete, and we're here. So, and then tomorrow we're going to go up to here. This is my favourite service station in the whole world, because it's essentially on top of a mountain, and it's very cool. As you know, this is a part of the third part of Cloak the Musical, except it was renamed to avoid conflict and misunderstanding. It's musical, it's driven musically. Oh, wow, look at that. That's nice. So the fact that some of the tunes we're doing are kind of, they're from an era when music used to sound a certain way. I have a memory as a child, probably as a 7 or 8 year old, listening to music on the radio or that was going on in my parents' house, and I could never quite work out what was generating the melody. It's had this sort of smooth, kind of indefinable quality about it, and I couldn't imagine the instruments that were playing that. Begin the Beguine is in that category. It's a very sort of smooth tune that I wouldn't touch with the barge pole in my younger years.
When they begin, the beginning, it brings back the sound of music so tender. It brings back the night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen. I'm with you once more under the stars, and down by the shore an orchestra's playing, and even the palms they seem to be swaying when they begin to bend the beginning.
Actually, I agree with everything that the government did about that. It saved lives. We stayed home, locked down and playing with the kids. So I'm one of the lucky guys that I have a farm, a little farm, and some animals. So we can go with my wife and my kids and make everything for living. I have my own tomatoes, my own potatoes. So anytime I collect them, I can go to my neighbors and give them some, and they give me some bread, they give me some meat, they give me something else. Money is not that important.
So yeah, it's all yours. I'm recording both ways. Heraklion. Very poor. I've never gone from here. I've never gone from here, darling.
Hello.
Hello. So let's start maybe talking about your family and the beginning of the year when you were very optimistic and you thought we could have a fantastic year playing loads of music.
At first of the beginning of the year was a little bit rough because of the coronavirus stuff. Things were a little bit stressful with the family members and worrying about them and thinking what I'm gonna do economically. There are no salaries and stuff like that. But as the summer came, it became more optimistic, less confusing.
And people, huh?
People were walking back on the streets. It felt like how it usually supposed to be in Santorini.
Right. Too long now, artists, musicians, they've been slave to the dollar. COVID interruption is, well, it's severance from that particular issue and a time to reflect. We'll always need music as the soundtrack to change or even the spark that ignites the fire. Music is the language that has that potency. And in a world where love and hate live so closely together, we need the magic of tunes to help us move into happier times.
think it's essential not to stop singing and keep playing the music. It's the only thing that will make us keep our minds and not go crazy with all this situation going on.
Bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your kiss, I have music divine. Bésame, bésame mucho. Kiss me, my darling, and say that you'll always be mine. My heart unfolding, you never knew this real before. Whoever thought I'll be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Dearest one, if you should leave me, each little dream will come true and my life will be through. Bésame mucho. Hold me, my darling, and say that you'll always be mine. Hold me, my darling, and say that you'll always be mine. I hope it's...
It sounds very nice out here.
Yeah?
Yeah, it sounds really lovely.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very
Nice.
You have a developer, but
I just had my little transfer ride from the town. Speaking to the driver, he was saying normally, like last year, this bay would be just full of ships, like cruise ships and drop-off ships, and you couldn't move basically. Now it's a much quieter affair, which suits me. And of course, he was telling me about the casino. They're building a casino, so I can only see that it's not going to happen anyway. With the economy being what it's going to be, what it is right now. So there's a blessing, eh? I think there's many blessings in what's going on. It's not necessarily great for people who are trying to start businesses, but it'll be alright. Nothing like an honest business, is there? If this blue and white paradise is a hazard to tourists, it begs the question as to who is more alien, the host or the visitor. I'm on my way back to the Sceptred Isle, the Earth of Majesty, the seat of Mars, the other Eden, the fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war. I shall be greeted by passport control machines and worried border control officers. I'll be confined to quarters till the chances of my causing contagion are mitigated. The cry of freedom is very much on my mind.